Good morning, 8th grade. Flashback Tuesday. Flashing back to when the Tigers used to play. What a sad time it is that we don't get to enjoy our sports and everything else that's out there in the world. Just a couple of things. We are going to look at 4.6 in grammar, your simple, progressive, and perfect tenses. So let's jump in. Page 68. It says verb forms indicate tense or the time of the action. Simple tenses are present, past, and future. The progressive tenses, though, consist of a form of the helping verb be, like am, is, are, was, were, and the present participle of the main verb. Usually the present participle uses the ing. So verbs in the progressive tense indicate continuing or ongoing action. That means they use the ing ending as well. So a present progressive tense uses, for instance, Alyssa is studying Italian. Is indicates present. Past progressive, Alyssa was studying Italian last term. And future progressive, Alyssa will be studying Italian for many years. The tense is going to be indicated by the helping verb. In the perfect tenses, they consist of a form of the helping verb have and the past participle of the main verb. Now that means that the main verb will be put into the past tense. The present perfect tells about an action that took place at an indefinite time in the past or that started in the past and continues in the present. So that's our present perfect tense. The past perfect tells about an action that was completed before another action started. So something was finished before something else began. And then the future perfect tells about an action that will be completed before a specific time in the future. So this future action is going to happen before something else is going to happen in the future. For example, the present perfect active tense, I have read the book on Venice. Have read indicates that's present perfect, and it's passive or it's active because the subject is doing the action. A past perfect active tense, I had read the book before my trip. Had indicates it's past, and it's active voice because you, the subject, I actually am doing the action. And the future, meaning that something will be completed before something else in the future, I will have read the book by the time I leave. So will have read is the future perfect construction. It's active voice because I is doing the subject, and it's an action that's being completed before another event, which is the time to leave. Now, in the perfect tenses, the passive voice is formed by inserting been. Now, passive means that the subject is not doing the action. Passive means we insert been between the helping verb have and the main verb. A present perfect passive voice, a plan to save Venice has been undertaken recently. Notice been is used. Past perfect passive, the solution had been proposed a while ago. And the future perfect passive, perhaps the plan will have been implemented by the time I visit. And the last part, progressive forms, the present are the progressive forms of the perfect tense indicate ongoing actions. Just like the progressive form of a verb using ing shows that it's ongoing, same thing is true with your perfect tenses. So a present perfect progressive, that's a mouthful. I have been planning for months means you've been doing this and continue to do it. The past perfect progressive, I had been studying Italian for a while before I understood it. Remember, that's the action that was completed before another action happened. That's why it's the past perfect. And then the future perfect progressive, I will have been studying Italian for a long time before I am fluent. In this case, the fact that you will have been studying will be completed before the action of you being fluent. Now, that's your introduction to these different tenses. We are doing exercise 2 today, where you will complete the sentences with the verbs in the parentheses and use the tense and the voice that's indicated. So in number 1, exercise 2, Venice blank on pilings in the marshy ground. You want to have the simple past tense, and in this case, was built.